Hello everybody, buongiorno, buenos dias, or good night if you're looking at this, if you're watching this live from the other side of the world. Thank you for it. Ciao Tiziana, nice. Oh, damn it, we were having a chat now on our chat. Nice to see you here, guys. Thank you for joining so quickly. Wow, what is it going to be about today? As you see, the name of this little live is called Recharge. And it's because I want to speak about, different things that happened in my last few days that really made me understand even better the importance of this community that I am really working to build around the fact that we are music teachers. So not just around Music Tree, but, be the promoter and spread the energy between us music teachers to be more connected, less lonely. And I'm gonna do it through two little stories. The first story is this. What is this? Okay, so this is an incredibly arty jar full of messages that I received for my birthday from the teachers of MTTT. So for my birthday, basically my 40th birthday was happening literally the first day of the retreat for a coincidence, which is actually a great coincidence. Basically, in the UK, there is a half-term break every year. And during this half-term break in February, it's my birthday all the time. So I'm off classes, I'm off work, and I can usually take 2 or 3 days and go somewhere with my family. When I was not a mom, that would be just with my partners. Nice memories of spa and dinners in Prague and Amsterdam that obviously now are not happening for a few years ahead since, Emma is always with us now, but we can still have fun. Anyway, my birthdays is always during these half-term breaks, so I get to celebrate. But this time, since I started doing the winter's retreat, we just had one, and it was the first time I've ever organized, my birthday was exactly on the first day of the retreat. And it was a big birthday, the 40th. And so I've asked all the participants of MTTT to do not buy me any gifts, because I didn't want them to feel, the pressure of having to buy something for me, which they have done anyway. But I told them, if you want, you can just write me a little message, and that would be much, much more appreciated than an object. Although I do like the necklace and bracelet that they gave me. So thank you guys for that again. But they gave me this. So this was incredible. And I am still reading the messages. But before this jar now, apart from their wonderful messages and the sparkly stars that my daughter one morning decided to spread all over my studio, not once but twice. So the stars were up to here before, and now you see that they are up to here because they actually went into my Hoover. Not ideal, but anyway. Inside here there are also the messages from my very first retreat, which I've collected in this little bag, probably because I was traveling back home. And these are incredible for me. And whenever I feel a bit down or a bit sad or, disconnected, because working online can provoke to me this feeling of disconnection. I'm not every day in London anymore in my school, so I don't get the energies from all the students and all the families anymore. I only get emails, not every day obviously, because on Wednesday and Thursday I'm still teaching, but I received a lot more emails, all the problems of running a music school now are coming to me through the secretary of a school. So I'm much more disconnected from the power of doing music together. I'm much more by myself behind the screen. And so whenever I have these type of feelings, now I know I'm going here, I'm going here. I open one of these and they bring back all the wonderful memories that we created together in this type of retreats. So, let's see. Let's see who comes out. Because there are also stupid messages inside here. Because obviously we are silly people. Yeah, exactly. So, you're not 40, but you're 18 with 22 years of experience. Exactly. Thank you, damn it. Let me see another one. Oh, a blue one, a long one. So, sorry, yeah? Let me see what's written here. Oh, this is nice. This is happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mary Titsy Poppins. So this is I don't know who wrote it, unfortunately. There is no sign. But who wrote this message, Mary Titsy Poppins, is because I think 6 years ago, I started probably my very first project to connect online with the community of music teachers and to create a shared space where we could bring our thoughts and discuss topics, and they were not topics only related to music education, but they were related also to music therapy and the well-being of a teacher and the well-being of our students. And that project was called Mary Poppins Bag. So whoever wrote that message has been following my online projects and courses for 7 years now. So that's something. She's one of the originals, as you would say in the terms of vampires. Obviously, that means that you watch a lot of bullshit like I do, like, you know, serial TV that are a bit stupid but perfect to take the pressures off. So the originals are the first vampires on Earth, just if you were wondering what the originals are. And so in these jars, apparently there are some originals from Mary Poppins Bag. Nice, okay. Anyway, all of this to give you a little introduction of the connection that we create in these retreats. I would say the friendships that are born from this type of retreats, but not only, also the energy that you bring with you after you've done one of these retreats. So today, in this recharge little video, little live, I want to invite you first to my next online recharge meeting, which is called Teaching in Tune, and it's an alignment call. It's totally free, and I'm running it now since January. I skipped February because I had the retreat, and that was enough in my month. But now I'm back in March, and I will go ahead every month with this alignment call. So alignment call is a session where we meet online, and we go through different type of activities, I would say, different type of steps in the session to refocus on our visions, refocus on our energies, reconnect with our passion for music and for our job, okay? And we do it through body music, vocal improvisation, mindfulness, and some little activities and extra homeworks that if you want, you can take away from the session and do in your own time. So the next Teaching in Tune alignment call, which happens on Zoom and is free, it's on the 17th of this month, okay? So 17th of March, in 10 days, we're gonna meet on Zoom during lunchtime. And I'm gonna guide you through a full session of reconnection through body percussion and vocal improvisation. So expect to move, expect to reconnect with your body, and expect to reconnect with your inner energy that comes from your music creativity. Because if you're here, obviously you are either a musician or a music teacher or a therapist that uses music in their job or in their life and that knows the power of music for themselves and for the students. So let's use this power and this energy that we have within us at least once a month. And I want to do it for the community, and I do it free, totally free for us, because it's an important appointment. It's also an important appointment for me to give you a little bit of my energy. And if you have not yet tried body music, there is now Federica Loredan connected here. Ciao, Fede! And Fede is a volcano of energies through dance, movement, energy. So you couldn't be bringing you here now. Fede has been the energy of the universe. So this is going to be a session also for people that have never experienced body music before or vocal improvisation before, or that has forgotten how good we feel when we actually move. And even better, obviously, if we can do it in group and in person. But for that, I'm going to speak in a second. So the first thing that I want you to write down on your notebook or on your agenda or on your phone is 17th of March, Teaching in Tune, alignment call. Give into body music, give into your creativity and reconnect with your energy and motivations, okay? Because our job is nice. It's a great job. We give and we receive, but the amount of energy that is required and the amount of effort, mental effort at the same time that is required, apart from singing and moving, is incredible. So I don't know if there is this word, logorante, in English. I don't know actually how to say it, but it's an exhausting type of job. So it's very important sometimes to take time only for us. And I'm not even considering if you're, a mother or you're taking care of another person in your life. It can be your parents, can be your, somebody. If you also have those type of energies that go out all the time, maybe draining. Yes. You need time to recharge. As facilitators, we need it probably even more. If myself, I really need time for myself. And I was speaking before in a mentoring session with one of the participants of my training course. And she was like, oh, I wish I have your energy. And I was like, wait a second. Because you see me now awake and with a lot of energy. But at 8:30 p.m., I am ready to say goodbye to the world and go to sleep, okay? I wake up early in the morning. I get the most out of my day. I like the daily light. So I do most of my things during the day. But I don't care about the night. I'm not a night person. I'm not a night owl, I think it's called, or something like that. I don't function very well in the evening. Apart maybe once a month if I can go out. And obviously I wasn't like this when I was young. I was full on day and night. But in this point of my life, I have understood that I need to recharge. I need time for myself. I need to stop. So after 7, I switch off the phones. 8 p.m., 9 p.m. is just relaxing time with my family, by myself, if I can. But these retreats and these moments to connect that I am creating right now, they are so important. I came out of a winter retreat now that I had in Italy with an incredible amount of energy and motivation. And I can see the people that have been there in their videos, in their lives on Instagram, trying new activities, trying new things, using the skills that they learned during the retreats. But apart from that, we feel part of a community. We feel part of something. We're not alone anymore in doing this job. And this is one of the most important things for me. And this has always been the foundation at the base of my idea of a community. Now it's called Music Tree. A while ago, it was called Notes of Life. That was my first attempt to create a community. And then I evolved into many things. I've done loads, hundreds of courses on the weekends only, when I would meet teachers for 10 hours and then bye, because they were from another part of the world. And I felt like, this is not where I want to go. This is not bringing me to the right connection to people. And yes, they meet me. And maybe if I use technology, they follow me online and we can still connect. But we're still lonely. There was still this feeling of not growing together, not supporting each other. So the Music Tree community is this now. And it really counts people from many different parts of the world. There is people from, Costa Rica. I always bring up Costa Rica first because Shirley is there every time I have a session. She helped me to organize a course in Costa Rica as well. So there is people from Sydney, there is people from Melbourne that are writing me now, from really many different parts of the world. And we had conversations online. We are starting getting to know each other. And the retreats now that are happening are just, honestly, it's kind of boring saying these things, It's like, yeah, all right, violin playing. But there is so much love and there is so much connection and it's just great. So MTTT 1 had a few retreats in it, 3 retreats. The last one in July, next July, is going to be called Resonance Retreat. And it's going to be the first retreat also for the new round of the Music Tree teacher training. And if the first one has been incredibly special because it brought in people that I knew from before, that I met in the Italian courses I've done before, that I met also online. This second retreat, for me, has a particular importance because, well, first of all, it's not going to be the first. So we come in with a different energy. We come in with a different knowledge, with a team of facilitators. We are working much more, with much more awareness of where we want to bring the people. We're doing meetings, regular meetings, to improve our effectiveness in the retreat. But there will be people that have been working with me online for 5 years now, 5-6 years, and that I met regularly every month, and that have bought my courses online, and that have changed their type of teaching, and that have gone through difficult moments when trying to introduce a different type of approach in their sessions. And I admire them so much because they really took what they were doing and they, ask a lot of questions to themselves. They stepped out of their comfort zones without even seeing my classes in person. They only saw my videos because I have thousands of videos online of my class. Thousands, not, but I have many, many, many videos online with my classes, and people can see how I run the sessions, and people can, take inspiration, and they say, it's really, really useful to see your classes on video. But then when they come and they see me working, or when they come to Music Tree and they feel the energy that there is at Music Tree, there are different realizations, obviously. And these retreats are so important for these reasons. Because the energy that I give you, the energy that the other facilitator give you, the energy that the other participants give you, is something that it's not really something that you can explain if you have not tried it before. And if you have tried it before, you want to replicate this energy. Okay, so I have been to multiple retreats. I have been to multiple festivals. This energy of community is incredible. As Mauro Faccioli, which is one of the facilitators in this retreat, in Resonance Retreat, Mauro Faccioli said, these type of retreats recreate the village, the archetype of a village. And so you go through, possibly, the same emotions, the same feelings, some particular situations could remind you of things that happened in your life. And this archetype is a container that is so strong because it can hold the feelings that you had once when you were in your actual real village, a metaphor of a village, obviously, but this is a safe space. This is absolutely a non-judgmental space. So we have psychologists there that support us through this and that will use the energy and the power that music, theater, and all the disciplines, artistic disciplines that we're going to use during the retreat to bring the connection to your own emotions, to open that pathway easily and with fun. Okay, I'm not talking about, oh my God, my life is, I don't know what to do with my life or my partner. No, this is not the type of energy, okay, at the retreats. Retreats are fun. Retreats are, there are moments, obviously, where you might have a bit of, okay, I can feel a lot of stuff inside. And that's our idea. So obviously, if you come to one of the resonance retreats, get ready because you might have some stuff going on, okay, moving. But that's the beauty of it. So we have a psychologist that support us, and she will do some therapy sessions as well, to give voice to these emotions, to put them in the right places. So you won't be abandoned just to the power of music therapy and theater therapy or whatever it is, and then ciao, bye, see you. No, this is not how we work, okay? There is people that are there to support us. 2 of us are music therapists. One is a psychotherapist in training. The other one is already a psychotherapist. So this is the type of people that we work with, okay? Musicians, artists, people that are studying psychology, people that are studying neuroscience, nonviolent communication, psychotherapy, okay? So we're all in this type of world. It can sound heavy. If you have just connected, I understand it can sound heavy, but in reality, we have lots of fun. And not only that, but we feel supported at the end of this type of retreats. We feel like we are in connection. I feel in connection with the people that are coming. They are not only my students, okay? I don't see them only as students or only as people that have paid for my course. No, I'm learning with them. I am discovering who I am with them, and we're sharing a path. And honestly, teaching is about this. You are sharing the same path with your students. So why can you not give yourself this opportunity? You need to connect with others. You need to connect with yourself if you want to be able to connect every day in your classes and be happy in your job and still love your job. Now, I told you that I would have tell you 2 little stories. So one was the jar story, and if you want to listen to that, you can just go back to the beginning, where I also invite you to my next free event online, the Teaching in Tune Alignment Call. Okay, so go back there if you want to hear a bit more about it, or write me a message so I'll give you all the information. But the second little story is the story of a person that came yesterday at Music Tree to see my classes. So she runs her music school here in the UK. She found me online for some marketing courses. So she actually started the work with me simply by, wanted to learn how to run better particular sections of her work. So the course that she bought at that time was called Client Connection. And it was a course about newsletters, bookings, communication with the families, communication. So that already, she said, helped her a lot. But she wanted to understand better how I teach, because the numbers of her school, she wants to grow her school a lot in numbers so she can have her own studio or her own music school, which is amazing. I was so excited yesterday when we were talking about these things. And so she said, she came, and the request when she wrote me online was, can I come to see what you do so I can understand if I like it, and potentially I can bring things that you do in your sessions also in my school? Because I thought that if she wanted to grow her music school, she needed to bring something different to her clients, not something that they can find anywhere else in the UK. Okay, she needed to bring something more unique. She needed to connect with herself again, with her values, with her creativity as well. Anyway, so she came. And in the meantime, between the email that she wrote me over a month ago and coming to my sessions, she studied MLT in books. She studied it listening to podcasts. So she came to my sessions with an idea of what is the theory behind my courses, which is Gordon's music learning theory. But when she came out of the session, I said to her, do you have any questions? Do you want to talk about something? She was like, I just realized that it's not about the theory. It's not about the content of a session. It's about the way in which you are teaching. It's about the way in which you embody the music classes. It's about the way in which you connect with your students. And that is something you don't learn in online courses. That is something that you learn when you see other people running this type of sessions, or when you have a chance, like in Resonance Retreat, to experience the group, to experience the activities, to feel your blocks, to bring up emotions, okay? So these retreats are also situations where you get to try your facilitation skills. There are loads of moments where you are absolutely in charge of a group, okay? You can run something. You can have a space to do a little performance, which is also another important point. Because when you are leading a group, you're kind of on a stage. And what are the feelings that you have when you are on stage? Okay, so we have like really put all of these pieces of this retreat together to make you experience what it means to be an experienced facilitator that goes through ups and downs, things that you can't predict, facilitators that are able to observe what they have in front of them, and they just, take inspiration from it and create something magic. Okay, so I could bring you loads of examples of how this works actually at the retreat. But the whole little story that I was telling you about is this. I started talking to her and she said, I would like to continue studying with you. I would like to do something with you. And I was like, well, I think you need to come to the retreat. And that was before she told me she has 4 kids. 4 kids, okay? I have 1 and I am done. 1 is enough for me. So she has 4. And I said, I don't even know how you managed to have 4 children, to be honest, and being a teacher. Okay, she doesn't work as many hours, or she hasn't worked as many hours as I have worked as a teacher. I started teaching when I was 17, so I was surrounded by kids my whole adulthood. So when I decided to have a child, I was like, I think I can manage 1, because I've seen so many kids in my life that I know I won't have the right energies to support my child and all the other kids that I see. But anyway, she told me she had 4 children, and then I was like, okay. And I started seeing, and I know that she's gonna watch this video next, because I'm basically recording this for her, and she wants to show it to some other people she knows, so she can bring them to the retreat. But she wants me to speak about the retreat so I can actually give the right information. So I started seeing that she was like, retreat sounds good. I want to do it. But then immediately she was like, but I have 4 children, and how much does this cost? And who's gonna take care of the kids? And then I was like, okay, listen, let's actually think about this. Is it doable or is it not doable? How old are your children? Do they all sleep by themselves? Are you breastfeeding? No. okay, so let's organize this. And I brought her examples of other mums that are coming to the retreats. And in this particular retreat in Resonance, because we do it in a particular venue that is huge, is very big, is connected to the woods, and it has a wonderful swimming pool, and all the rooms where we work are separated from, the rest. So you don't even see children, basically. We will have some kids there that are the children of the participants of the retreat. And these obviously helped some mums that came to the retreat before. Some other people then were like, you know what? I brought my child to the first retreat. I'm not going to bring it to the second. I'm just going to have 4 days for myself, which I totally get it. But there is also this opportunity. If you want, you can bring your children, and the children will have music activities for them that we organize separately. So this is also another opportunity, another thing that we do so mums can come, okay? Women that are in business and have families can come and can start breathing air for themselves to recharge, to reconnect to who they are, and not just mothers, okay? And this is inspiring for their children as well. So this person that was in my school, I saw her going through stages when I was speaking to her. First, she was like, I don't think I can do it. It's just too much. I think she said something like, such a shame. And I was like, no, do it, try it. And in the meantime, other teachers arrived at the school, teachers that are coming to the retreat regularly, and with their energies. And then I turned my face to this teacher, and she was already texting her husband or nannies or au pairs to see if she could organize it. So the change in her mind was so quick that for me was like, wow. Look how much we need this type of connection. Look how much only a couple of hours together have already changed her hope or her ideas, her visions. Okay, it's all about this meeting. It's all about sharing energies and reconnecting really to our internal movement, heart, love, energy, call it how you want. And in the meantime, third little story that happened to me there a couple of days, this teacher, also with, I think 2 or 3 kids, I think they are already adolescent. And she was like, I don't think I can come. I don't think I can come to the retreat. It's just, I think I will just come to see your sessions in London. And I was like, yeah, okay, you can come to my sessions. And then she was like, maybe I can come with my daughter. Maybe my daughter can be volunteering. That would allow me to come. So you can see how the brains of these women is switching to say, but I want to do this and I can do it, And so not only this teacher has booked to come to London with her daughter to see my classes whilst her daughter is doing volunteering in my school. She will also come to the retreat in July, and she's already asking me, can I book for the winter retreat in February? And I'm like, wait a moment, it's a year ahead, and I don't even know when it's gonna happen, where it's gonna happen, and what type of retreat is gonna be. Because if you know me, things change quickly because I go with my instincts. Obviously I plan as well, but my intuitions are pure intuitions, and the best thing that happened to me come from the intuitions, usually under the shower or when I'm cooking. Not if I'm staying in front of a notebook to think. That's not how I work. Okay, so now to go a little bit more in details of this resonance retreat. And ciao, Luisa, nice to see you. I hope you will be able to listen to this live, because it is kind of connected also to you. We also had these conversations a little bit together, but I know that the situation can be tricky in life. So just to give you a few details, starting from the question that I received. Let me see. The question, why is this not working? Old phones. Okay, the question was, Okay, the retreat says Thursday to Sunday. It should be also written that it starts at 9:30 of the Thursday, 24th of July, and it ends on the Sunday at 10, 11. You can go ahead the whole night if you want to keep singing, keep improvising, and keep chatting with your new friends. Okay, so they are 4 days of music and connection and work together. So yes, you need to come the night before. You need to arrive there either the Wednesday evening, which is a plus because you get an extra night of music and connection, or you can arrive there the Thursday morning. But this place is not super simple to reach. So unless you take a taxi from the airport, I think that the best option is to arrive the night before. So you get there on Wednesday night, you get the first night together, and then we start work Wednesday night, yes. And then we start working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all included until the night, okay? Night/evening. And then we leave on Monday, okay? So it's a few days, okay? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 nights, okay? That's why for some people it's easier to bring their families, their partners, or either, you know, your young siblings or sisters, whatever you want, okay? We have people bringing in partners that will participate in some of the activities with us. So even if you come with a person that is not musical or is not there for the retreat, they can participate in some of the activities in the morning and some of the activities that we will potentially have around the castle or the woods that there is in this place. But anyway, we don't just leave them there, okay? Then some of the facilitators has also offered to run some sessions for these people to make them feel some of what we go through. But this is music obviously, or theater, improv theater. And then there is a swimming pool, and then there is a woods called La Faggeta, which is amazing. And so people come also with their partners or kids they can have a little holiday, and you can have your course basically, okay? There are lots of spaces in this place. So then he says also, do you have something more detailed about the program? Dun, 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 dun. Not yet. Okay. In our mind, obviously, there is a program, but we're building it with the team in these months. I can tell you that there is going to be, obviously, vocal improvisation and non-violent communication led by Pedro Consorci, which is one of the members of Música do Círculo in Brazil, where I've done the most wonderful retreats. But they're more retreats for facilitators, not retreats for music teachers. And so Pedro's gonna be with us, and he's gonna do body music, vocal improvisation, and obviously bringing it always back to pedagogy of cooperation, which he has done a master of, and nonviolent communication. Then we're gonna have Mauro Faccioli that will bring drum circle, mostly drum circle, and his experience as a group facilitators as well. And his work is very, very amazing because he connects music with this idea of facilitating groups and talk about, so there is a lot of pedagogy of cooperation going on in this type of retreat in general. Then there is Antonio Vulpio. Antonio Vulpio is the director of a group called Teatro a Molla in Bologna, in Italy. He's an improviser, an actor improviser, which means that he improvises everything when he goes on stage. Okay. But he is also a facilitator of groups, and he's worked with many different audiences, but mostly his work, which uses games, activities, and improv theater, goes around the idea of connecting with ourselves, connecting with others, learning how to communicate even without, using words, understanding our presence. So the work with improv theater is really profound, and each of us can bring away different things. One other very important things of improv theater is the ability to accept everything is coming from the scene, which for us means from our sessions, from our classes, and say yes to what comes from our participants, and then make it something else, which is really a cooperative approach, which is at the base of my whole approach, of the music tree approach. And it is present also in vocal improvisation, body music, music therapy. So all of these are connected together with this idea of cooperating, but cooperating in different levels, okay? After that, so Mauro, drum circle, Antonio, improv theater, Pedro, body percussion, nonviolent communication, and vocal improvisation. And then me, me, which obviously I'm gonna use music, various type of music, mostly a cappella music, so either vocal improvisation or body percussion, but to open up the discussion in music education in a cooperative way. So there will be this resonance retreat really works on many different levels. It gives you skills, it gives you ideas, it gives you facilitation examples, but at the same time, it opens the discussion that are important sometimes. And we have there, last facilitators, Flavia Capuano, psychologist that I told you before, which have worked and she works every day with children, that will be in and out of my sessions, but will also have her own sessions to respond questions about problems of music education, issues that we commonly have. Okay, so this is the program. How it's gonna work exactly, I can't tell you now, but this is the program. And then there are moments of, music together, potentially at the castle, or music together in the woods, warm-ups where we are all together in big groups. So this is how it will work. Don't you know if you get something like that? Okay, so I think that I gave you quite a lot of information about, resonance retreat, but mostly the reasons why for me is very, very important connecting. Now, I've been speaking for 45 minutes. I am super tired. I'm really drained now. I really appreciate the fact that you followed my long live. That will be obviously available here, but I will put it also on YouTube, and you can also follow it on my newsletter, okay? So remember these two things. In 2 weeks, I'm looking at my schedule. 17th of March, Teaching in Tune alignment call for free, where we speak on Zoom, we sing, we dance together, we learn activities that you can also try, obviously, with your students, but mostly is to connect with you and with your inner creativity, okay? I want you to move and find that energy that you have inside you. As much as we can, we do it online, and we're going to do it for every month until we finally meet in person at the retreat, Resonance Retreat, 24th to 27th of July. Okay. And now I'm gonna go to work on my emails. Thank you guys for being there. If you have any questions, write me a DM, okay? Write me in private. And if you are obviously already a bit curious about my next project, the first thing that you can do is to enter a Facebook group that is called Cognitive Crescendo. So I'm going full on executive functions in my next 2 months. So if you're interested in understanding what's going on in the brain of your students and how you can use music to improve their executive functions, but to use also executive functions to improve your sessions, which is even more important because it makes our work easier, then you can't miss this next 2 months. There will be an entire week totally free of connection and discussion about music and executive functions, okay? Which is gonna be called, spoiler, Everyday Peak Performance. Okay, I love his name and I will tell you more about it. But yeah, you can enter a group called Cognitive Crescendo. Crescendo like the getting louder in music, okay? But crescendo also as growing up, because crescendo in Italian means growing up. So, Cognitive Crescendo is my next big thing for the next 2 months. But in the meantime, we can connect here and there. And obviously, I will be also in Zagreb for the Music Therapy Symposium, talking about the importance of a voice in music education and in music therapy. So 26th of April, if you have nothing to do, I can see you in in Zagreb, okay? And so online, in person, and then the big retreat. Online, teaching in tune, in person, Zagreb, and then in person at the retreat. These are the best ways of connecting with me in the next few months. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here, and any questions in the message. Bye-bye.